and dry situation so far, though. This is our Lewiston Auto camera on Signal Hill. Here's that activity we're tracking on radar. Austin, Albert Lee, Osage, all getting in on this main band, the leading edge of this whole storm system. As we broaden the view of this, the center of that system still to the west and southwest of us, but feeding all that activity up and around it. And eventually this whole band is going to be working its way through the area over the course of about the next 6 to 7 hours. And then we'll see some subtle changes. There is going to be some warm air coming in. We'll also have a kind of a break from the active precipitation. May even have a period of a few hours. We'll have some freezing drizzle, not necessarily something that really shows up on radar. And the dry slot with the system, that's something we're going to be talking about quite a bit over the next 6 to 10 hours. The possibility of that type of activity taking over. But right now, here are the headlines across the region. Even some orange headlines to the west. That is for tomorrow. Starting at sunrise, blizzard warning for areas to the west around Fairmont, Algona, Spencer, Iowa. That's where the visibility will be reduced in addition to the blowing snow and some of that light snow that will continue into the early stages of tomorrow morning. Winter storm warning for the vast majority of our area. Talking about the snow, we're talking about 4 to maybe 7 inches of accumulation over the course of today and tonight. Of course, a blowing snow concern. We're already seeing some of that going on even as the snow just begins to fly here around the area. And of course, some of the slick road conditions because of the freezing drizzle and maybe brief light freezing rain we'll have later this evening. But right now it's 14 degrees. It feels like 1 below. The winds 15 at times gusting beyond 20 miles per hour as we move along through the day. 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts will be more common. And tonight 40 mile per hour gusts. Temperatures right now still climbing. 14 in Rochester at 16 in Mason City, Austin now 19, Cresco 17. High-res futurecast looking at some of that activity, hopefully showing up here, having an issue maybe with that particular graphic. But here's what we're talking about with that. Some snow developing through the course of the midday and afternoon. Right now across the area over the next hour or two. If you're not getting it, you'll be dealing with it soon. But that'll continue all the way through tonight into tomorrow morning. The heaviest, though, right here in the afternoon hours until about 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Then freezing drizzle, freezing rain becomes the primary concern. That'll wind down shortly after midnight. Light snow tapers off tomorrow morning around 8, maybe 9 o'clock. And then blowing snow, really the biggest concern for most of tomorrow. Totals around the area 4 to 7 inches. If we have a longer period of freezing drizzle, maybe even less than that for some of us because of that concern. Northward, mainly just snow, so 6 to 9 inches, especially toward the Twin Cities and areas westward. And North Iowa, 3, 4, 5 inches, certainly a safe bet at this point, but not a lot because of that freezing drizzle, or not the higher end of that scale for many of those spots. Windy with snow today, snow and ice tonight, then blowing snow tomorrow with those west winds at times 45 miles per hour on the backside of the system. Teens right now in southern Minnesota, Algona 18, it's 28 in Omaha. I see that warmth still building into that system. Temperatures will climb all the way through the evening. 26 by 10 o'clock. We'll top out around 26, 27 degrees with raw winds and that ice through the overnight hours, and then the light snow tomorrow. Here's Futurecast watching that snow as it works its way through. The heaviest activity through about 6. Then it's freezing drizzle, freezing rain for a stretch. We'll see maybe a gap or two in the activity. That could be some of that freezing drizzle still going on. That wouldn't even show up on radar that well. And then as the system cruises on, light snow showers until about 9 o'clock or so, maybe 10 tomorrow. Not much in the way of daytime accumulation, but raw winds keep the snow blowing around all the way well into the evening. Skies slowly clear through the course of Sunday. Still a blustery cold day, barely above 0.